Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most incredible secrets of the Zohar, what resurrection really means. And it's the stunning vision of cosmic rebirth and just universal joy, all hidden away inside a single name, Isaac.
All right, so let's set the scene. And I want you to just forget everything you've seen in horror movies and ghost stories. This isn't that. Not even close. The vision in these ancient texts is something else entirely. I mean, it's a cinematic spectacle of total cosmic restoration, and it's described with this breathtaking, almost 4K level detail. This isn't about just coming back from the dead, it's about all of creation finally reaching its ultimate intended purpose.
Can you even imagine that sound? It's not some terrifying crack, it's more like a deep, resonant hum of anticipation, you know? Like the entire universe is just holding its breath. The very ground, which has held the physical essence of humanity for ages, is getting ready to release it. The mystics even talk about this thing called Havel de Garmi, which is kind of like a spiritual dew that stays within the bones, a latent life force just waiting for the signal to reawaken and rebuild.
And then the light comes. This is the ultimate homecoming. I want you to picture a pure spiritual energy, the neshama, coming down not as some faint little wisp, but as a brilliant living force. These are focused streams of light, and get this, each one is perfectly encoded with its own unique identity, and it's seeking its original now-perfected physical home. It's a reunion of spirit and matter on a scale that the universe has literally been waiting for since the very beginning.
This right here, this is the climax. This is the soundtrack to the world to come. And it's not a simple chuckle, you know? It's a profound, cosmic expression of pure, unfiltered joy. It's the sound of every single question finally being answered, every conflict resolved, all tension released. But why laughter? I mean, what does it mean for joy itself to be the final state of all reality? Well, to understand that, we have to unlock the secret of Isaac.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with that cinematic vision of resurrection, and then we'll decode the secret hidden in Isaac's name. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty cosmic mechanics of this whole reboot, with some cool analogies for both gamers and engineers. We'll try to understand what life is actually like in this new reality, and finally, we'll get to the heart of what Isaac's everlasting smile really means.
Okay, so let's start where the Zohar starts. Not with a bunch of abstract ideas, but with a really powerful, sensory experience. We're meant to see it, to hear it, even to smell the moment the world is finally made whole again.
This moment is a total sensory awakening. A divine fragrance from the Garden of Eden just fills the air. And that's the signal that paradise isn't some separate place anymore. It's actually fused with our reality. The bodies rise up, but not as they were. They're perfected, totally whole, flawless, restored to their ideal design. Then the souls descend like pure light. And then comes the embrace. A perfect reunion where the body and soul recognize each other after being apart for so long. And it all culminates in this explosion of universal joy, this cosmic laughter that literally becomes the atmosphere of the new reality.
Now here's where it gets really, really interesting. The mystics encode this entire future reality into a single name, Itzhak, or Isaac. The name itself, from the Hebrew root tzadech het kuf, well, it literally means, he will laugh. Think about that. It's a future tense name. It's a promise that was embedded in the story right from the very beginning. So you know when the Zohar says, and these are the generations of Isaac, it's not just talking about his kids, not at all. It's a mystical statement. It means these are the consequences, the new realities that are born from that future state of cosmic laughter. See, Isaac embodies the divine attribute of Gevurah, or severity. Think of it like a really powerful force that can be restrictive, almost like a powerful engine. When it's uncontrolled, it comes out as judgment. But when it's sweetened or refined, it becomes this source of stable, controlled delight. That same powerful engine, but now it's perfectly tuned and just humming with joyous purpose.
The texts give us this absolutely beautiful framework for this. The soul, which is mystically represented by Abraham, the principle of loving kindness, it descends to reunite with the body. And in its perfected state, that body is called Sarah, the ultimate vessel. But the story doesn't end there, and this is the crucial point. It's what happens next. The soul gives birth to a brand new state of being inside that body. It gives birth to joy, to laughter. And that state, that's what's called Isaac. So laughter isn't just an emotion anymore. It becomes the very nature of existence itself.
But look, this isn't just some poetic vision.
The mystics lay out a precise spiritual engineering process. To really understand the sod, the secret, we have to look at the blueprint of creation itself, the 10 Sephirot, which are the divine attributes that structure all of reality.
I think the easiest way to get our heads around this is to think of creation as a divine operating system. Over the course of history, it's experienced, fragmentation, corruption, viruses, all the struggles of our world. Resurrection, in this analogy, is the process of restoring it to its perfect factory default state. It's a complete reboot, a total reinstall, and a major upgrade, all happening at once.
Okay, so here's how we can understand this process using the Sephirot as our blueprint. Malkut, which is the physical world, well, that's your hardware. The body, restored from the dust, is the physical machine being perfectly reassembled. Then you have Yesod, the foundation. That's your secure connection. Think of it as the API or the data cable that allows the soul's data to seamlessly plug into the body. Next up is Tiferet, or harmony, and that's the new operating system. It ensures this beautiful, perfect synchronization between the hardware and the software, absolutely zero lag or glitches. And then the higher Sephirot, Chothmah and Bina, they act as the divine cloud and the infinite power source, constantly streaming uncorruptible data and energy, an endless flow of eternal delight that powers the entire system forever.
The mystics even use colors to describe this whole thing. Gevurah, which is Isaac's core attribute, is symbolized by red, the color of din, or strict judgment. It's fire, restriction, severity. But on the other side, you have chesed, loving kindness, and that's symbolized by white, the color of mercy. The entire cosmic process is this great color shift. It's the alchemical sweetening of Gevurah, the transformation of that fiery red of judgment into the brilliant, pure white of mercy and laughter. So judgment isn't just erased. Its inner purpose is revealed to be this stable, joyous delight.
And numbers are never random in these texts. The number 40 pops up again and again. Isaac was 40 when he began his generations. Moses was up on Sinai for 40 days. In Kabbalah, 40 is a code. It signifies a complete cycle of maturation, like a gestation period before a new, higher reality can be born. You could almost say that the entire span of history, our long wait in this world, is that 40-unit cycle, preparing creation for its ultimate rebirth.
So we've got the vision and we've got the mechanics. But what does this new existence actually feel like? Let's try to use two modern parables to picture it, one for the gamer and one for the engineer.
So for all you gamers out there, picture this. It's the ultimate respawn. You don't just come back to the same level. No way. You respawn with a permanently upgraded, perfected avatar. All your stats are maxed out. You gain new abilities, like the power to perceive divinity directly, to experience infinite joy. And the world itself is a new level with no enemies, no scarcity, and absolutely no game over screen. Now, for the engineers, think of it as a full system restore with zero decay built right in. The hardware, the body, is rebuilt with materials that literally cannot degrade. The data, the soul, is in perfect continuous sync with it. And the power source, that divine light, is constant and infinite, which prevents any future crashes, corruption, or any need for reboots. It's the ultimate stable state.
Okay, so a restored body needs nourishment, right? But in this perfected reality, the very idea of sustenance is transformed. It's no longer about filling a physical lack, because lack itself has been totally eliminated from the system. This one verse, describing the elders on Mount Sinai, becomes the key. The Zohar explains that this is the blueprint for the ultimate feast. So what did they eat and drink? Well, they ate the perception of God. They drank in the divine splendor. Their nourishment was the experience itself.
So, and this is the crucial point, life is no longer a cycle of emptying and filling. That entire dynamic is just obsolete. The body and soul are sustained directly by the splendor of the Shekinah, the radiant light of the divine presence. This nourishment is the direct perception of reality, an experience of profound knowledge and joy. It is a state of constant, blissful satisfaction, not because you're always full, but because the very concept of being empty just doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, let's bring this all home. We've journeyed from a cinematic rebirth all the way to a cosmic blueprint, and it's all been to understand one powerful conclusion that is really the heart of this entire teaching. And this is the ultimate payoff. The purpose of creation, the end of history, the resolution of every single struggle is a reality that is defined by laughter.
Isaac isn't just a person in a story, he's a promise that the ultimate state of existence is not solemn or even just peaceful. It's joyful. It's the universe finally getting the punchline and breaking into this incredible, everlasting smile.
This reframes everything, doesn't it? It suggests that every trial, every moment of severity that we experience isn't just a punishment without a purpose. It's part of the cosmic process of transforming that fiery red of judgment into the brilliant white of laughter. It implies that inside of every hardship is the seed of a future joy, and the entire purpose of our struggle is to finally arrive at that incredible, resounding, universal laugh. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share. Which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments? We'll see you in the next chapter.